Safe. You see, it was an attempted attack, an unsuccessful one at that. It was not a hacking. There's a difference between an attempted attack and a hack. A hack means you get into the system and adulterate whatever is domiciled in there, or you interfere with the data that you find there. There was no breach of data. There was no infringement on the privacy and security of our data. So I want to assure all Kenyans that our data is safe. Our mitigation framework around the system repulsed that attempt. What they did was to try to jam the system or clog the system by making over and above ordinary levels of requests into the systems so that they interfere with the efficiencies and effectiveness of the platform. But as at last evening, our technical people have addressed that issue and we are now back to operation. No access to any information. As much as we have addressed the current challenge, long term I want to also assure Kenyans that we have got adequate technical capacity within government to put in place an elaborate mitigation framework for purposes of ensuring that we have got data privacy and data security so that we have sustainable digital transformation.
I'm very privileged that Mathioya is one of the first Jitume centers in the country. What I would say, the future is Excel, the future is emails, the future is PowerPoint, the future is computer, the future is basically digital. And when I was told they are coming here, I'm very sure that one of the manifestos of the Kenya Kwanza government that was kuweka pesa mfukoni, that is what they are trying, that is what the government is doing now. Because these young people, once they are trained, they will be self-employed, they will have the freedom to work even at night or during the day, and as the Waziri said, they will be paid in dollars. That means they will have their own income, and still they will still be learning. So I'm very privileged to be part of this government, Kenya Kwanza government, where we are fulfilling our manifesto of ensuring that we put pesa mfukoni.
I want to encourage the youth to take advantage of this, and I can confirm to Murang'a County and other counties that Eliud Owalo, our ICT minister, intends to go to all the TVETs in the country. For Murang'a, we have at least 7. We have the program in place, and we are just working on the last areas of implementation. We will be soon going to those other constituencies. So ask the youth to ensure that they take advantage of this particular platform so that as they work, they can also earn. The government of the Republic of Kenya, Kenya Kwanza government, is keen on job creation. And that's why we are here.
And one thing I'd like to assure Kenyans is that not only is the technical work being done in terms of mitigating such attacks, even the legal and legislative and policy framework is very well being worked on. For example, Kenya has one of the most robust data protection laws in Kenya. A law that was put in place in the 12th Parliament, very celebrated globally, borrowing heavily from best practice like the GDPR. The Kenya Privacy and Data Protection Bill is one of the most robust data protection bills developed anywhere in the world. We have the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Law, a very robust law that also talks to the issue of cyber attacks and cyber crimes. But most importantly, Kenya is also a member of many international parliaments, including the Commonwealth Parliament, the Interparliamentary Union, the ACPU, and out there is a big movement in bringing conventions, global conventions and treaties that are binding globally. And one such is a treaty that is being developed at the IPU on cybercrime and cyber attacks and how how these can be faced as a global issue. So the assurance we need to give Kenyans is that yesterday's attempt was actually a botched attempt. It is what is described as a distributed denial of services, a DDoS, which has no bearing on the system and does not get to infringe on the data that Kenyans have in the cyber space. And it is not unique to Kenya. Governments, agencies, ministries, and even corporate globally are facing the challenge of cyber criminality and cyber attacks. So it is upon us to just put the systems that defend the data that